already floating the challenge flag, eh? Have you figured out how to use it yet?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, this is the challenge flag segment. You know, every week we come in here and we get a safe spot to talk about sports. Yes. And sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit some hot button sports topics. Yes. Uncle Rob's going to read a statement. If we agree to the statement he reads, we don't throw the flag.
Okay.
If we disagree, we challenge it.
Chuck it.
So, ready to rock?
No.
Let's go.
Let's try anyway.
Uncle Robbie, statement number 1.
The NBA PlayIn Tournament is a good thing.
That's my challenge.
Because you don't like it.
No. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. 82 games is enough.
Okay.
I get what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make it more accessible for the fans, the smaller market teams that need the exposure to be in this tournament. But listen, it doesn't do anything for the 8 and 7 that have worked their bums off to get there, right? And in order for you to have an established great game, there has to be consistency. So if you're letting teams in that are near 500 or below 500, I just don't agree with it. And especially in basketball, people, oh, hockey's the hardest. You don't understand how the attrition on your knees works on being on that hard court. 82 games is a long time. That's why Kawhi does his workload.
Oh yeah, a lot of people, that's literally load management.
Load management.
Because of that. Okay, so for me, I'm like not going to chuck it. It's not like I full-heartedly or wholeheartedly disagree. Mine's more like a like just a little bit, because in theory I understand why they would make the tournament like this, and to your point, I do like the opportunity for teams that maybe had a slow start or dealt with injury and are coming on strong later in the season to get into the postseason. However, I don't understand why you had to bring the 7th seed into it. That is my biggest problem.
Absolutely
I think if there's the 8th seed that's on the cusp, you give the 9 and the 10 an opportunity to play. The winner plays the 8, and then that person gets to be in the postseason.
All right. Statement number 2.
Uncle Rob, statement 2, please.
Major League Baseball needs to shorten their season.
Process. See if you want to challenge. I'm holding my flag.
Yes, Major League Baseball does need, yes, okay. Challenge. I think, yeah?
No.
Oh no, I swear.
I swear to God. You agree with them? No, let's continue on this. You agree with them?
Major League Baseball needs to shorten their season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you agree, so don't challenge.
Okay.
Don't challenge.
I'm not throwing the flag.
No,
I'm not throwing
it
the
never
flag.
happened.
The flag.
It never happened.
That's dumb.
Go ahead.
The season is far too long.
Oh.
I think we can all agree on this. In this day and age, and I don't mean to sound like old woman yells at cloud, time is of the essence, and nobody in this digital age with access to literally everything at the drop of a dime has time to follow a season that is that long.
I think if you shorten the season, you get a tighter pitching rotation. Everything just seems, it would be more crisp. And let's be honest, it all comes back to, what do the fans want? I'm a season ticket holder to the Toronto Blue Jays. I've already missed 3 games. That's a fact, because I can't make all of them, and the timing is just so crazy on some of them that I can't go to the Monday afternoon games.
Okay, game number, sweet spot.
I'd say 100 or below, just around that cusp. That one got me fired up. Statement number 3, Uncle Bob.
NHL overtime rules were better without the shootout.
The reverse.
Listen, I'll start this one off because I completely disagree. Because in actuality, what are we trying to do? What are sports trying to do in all the major leagues? They're trying to make it better for the fans.
I do understand that overtime does bring an element of elevated intensity, and I think people are on the edge of their seats because there's so much at stake, but that's exactly what 3-on-3 does. So you replicate that feeling with 3-on-3. People want to get home to their families. They have people waiting for them in the concourse. They have people waiting for them at the club. Hello. They have names on posters. We're having a party tonight. Where are they? Oh, 6 overtimes, and now they can't walk because the lactic acid is built up in their hamstrings and they didn't eat a banana?
Tell us how you really feel.
Apparently, I didn't even realize I felt this strongly about it. Statement 4.
The AFC West is the most stacked division in football.
Okay, I'm going to take out my actual football coach challenge flag from my, and then I'm going to,
Who are you, Pete Carroll?
Pete Carroll. Well, we get to talk about Pete Carroll because he's in the division that I think is more stacked.
Okay.
This division, will they be the most stacked division? Yes, I think after this year, there is no compromise to thinking that a division that has Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, you have Russell Wilson, who we'll talk about in a
With
second.
Denver.
You have Derek Carr, who with Devontae Adams will be an elite quarterback, but they all have to prove themselves. Even Justin Herbert, who's second year All-World, he still has to playoff prove himself. Derek Carr, playoff prove himself. Patrick Mahomes loses Tyreek Hill. That changes the
actually
entire
devastating.
offense, and the defense was suspect last year.
And I do question Russell Wilson. And listen, this is not slander. I'm a big fan of Russell Wilson. He's done a phenomenal job throughout his career, and really he's the face of the Seahawks. I think it's going to be really weird to see him trot out in orange the first day. Like, I think it's going to be very peculiar. But what does he have left in the tank? Denver already had a pretty good defense last season, so he's here to kind of bolster
But can we say that Teddy Bridgewater was not a bad quarterback?
He was serviceable.
Like, he was serviceable. He was a
fine.
decent quarterback. And in Seattle, you're talking about wide receiver tandems. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are top 5 tandems in the league, and they couldn't get anything going with Russell last year.
People are waiting to give 2 first-round draft picks away to steal DK Metcalf and sign him on an extension. That should tell you exactly how valuable he is.
We want to know your opinion, so follow us on Twitter at Brad C. Smith and at SmartAsh, and let us know what you think about our opinions on these subjects.
And someone explain the rules in the comments.